Marcus Silva says, check out Oscar nominee Sam Elliott back in his Gary days.
Oh,
dude,
wow.
Let me tell you how quickly I would have been staying at Scott Thompson's house if Sam Elliott wanted to take my mom anywhere.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know. And she would have picked me up at school. She would have picked me up from Hartwood Athletic Club, where I went to after school, and she would have been like, here's a backpack. You got underwear, your toothbrush. You're staying at Scott's for the week.
He's the ultimate guy that's going to bang your mom. My mom is, I'm not lying to you, going with me and Christine to see Cher in Philadelphia because we had the conversation about seeing the musical, and I said they didn't even mention the movie Mask, and my mom goes, "Oh, Mask, that's the best." Sam Elliott.
Do you think your mom would lose it if I was like, "Hey, how you doing?"
I told her you do it.
Yeah. Well, but if I called her,
you could probably get her to Jill it on the phone.
Yeah, I go, "Hey, this is Terry. This is Sam Elliott."
Let me get disappointed by both my parents on the phone today.
I go, I'm just wondering if what are you doing right now? Why don't you put on those jeans down to your ankles?
Dude, my mom is like such a devout Catholic woman, doesn't even utter a curse. But if you put a picture of Tom Selleck up, she was like, I will suck his fucking cock. She'll lose it.
Dude,
She'll
Tom Selleck, come on. That might be the trifecta.
Yeah.
Tell me Terry's not in the Tom. I know for a fact.
Absolutely.
Trish would run through me like a wet paper towel to get to Tom Selleck. I could be dying of like food poisoning or like choking my mom. And if Tom Selleck was like, "Why don't you come out to my car and throw me a heej or a beej?" And my mom would be like, "Dan, well, you had a good life."
He had a good life.
He stayed handsome too.
He did.
Tom Selleck stays one.
My mom just flicks her bean to Blue Bloods.
Oh, dude, Blue Bloods.
Selleck?
Blue Bloods. You know what Blue Bloods is?
And you get an older, mature Don Wahlberg.
And Tom Selleck on Blue Bloods is the Cinemax for moms past menopause.
Absolutely.
Like when women go past menopause, they watch Blue Bloods the way young teenage boys used to watch Cinemax.
Absolutely.
Like, oh God, I hope there's some stability.
Yeah.
I hope if Tom Selleck does like a really stable man thing.
Oh my God, I imagine my mom just sitting down in like her cloud pajamas with her dachshund Larry, just getting hot flashes, watching Blue Bloods.
Oh my God, I imagine Trish having to get up for a refill of a martini in between a commercial break, moving Riley and Oreo. Guys, move! I need to get a refill.
Oh, she stir with the middle finger,
and she just go. Like, she doesn't take her eyes off the screen. She just goes. Still looks good after all these years.
Oh, that stash, that really does.
Tom Selleck.
That thing velcros right into a mom bush.
If I was a punk band, I would name an album "Your Mom Wants to Fuck Tom Selleck."
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Hey, how you doing? Just him showing up at any of our mom's house. How you doing? My car broke down. Tom Selleck. Do you mind if I use the phone? She's like, oh.
Dude, my mom has been vocal about wanting to have sex with Samuel L. Jackson.
Really?
Wild, yeah.
Wow.
She loves
Super
Samuel L. Jackson.
That dude is ashy, I bet.
For years, she's always liked Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, man. I wonder how many moms throw it at Samuel L.
Oh, you know who's another one? That moms want to fucking... My mom wants to absolutely bang out Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good one.
Are you talking Tango and Cash Kurt Russell, though?
I mean, all of it.
All of it, yeah.
All of it. You watch now, go backwards.
Yeah, she wants to fuck Kurt Russell.
Big Trouble, Little China.
As no one 844 Comedy 9, no one's called in to say who they think would fuck their mom. Yeah,
well,
Kurt
Rod
Russell's
Brooks,
a great one.
Rod Brooks, our buddy that you met in San Francisco, you did his radio show.
Huh?
You did Rod's.
Oh, yeah.
He texted me, and he said, my mom's would have thrown me in a river to fuck Teddy Pendergrass.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's the black
She
mom.
wouldn't have had to,
That's
though,
the black mom
he
Selleck.
His life ended in a wheelchair, so she could have got him by the end.
Oh, yeah, she could have just ran him down. Or just stood in front of him.
If she threw you in the river for that, Rod, she just wanted to throw you in the river.
She goes, but I get an excuse now.
I want everyone's parents to turn on them
Look
now.
at Teddy Pendergrass. Yeah.
But it wasn't about even his looks, it was the voice.
Oh, yeah.
That was one soulful.
Yeah. Is your mom home? No, Teddy. My mom's not home.
I thought that was him.
Hey, what's up, Jay? Terry around.
Can you make me a plate to bring home after I bust off in your mama?
You've been working all hard at Etna. Your son's playing video games.
Turn the TV up or you're gonna hear your mom getting fucked hard.
Let's do it in the shower so the kid can't hear. What's that? I'm wondering who else is on the list. Bichette, Pendergrass, Russell,
My mom
Selleck. Selleck's number one.
Yeah, Selleck's number one. My mom has been vocal about, and my Aunt Eileen, they've always wanted to have a threesome with Michael Bolton.
Yeah, Michael Bolton.
He's another big one. But again, Selleck is one.
I'll tell you, I one that went for my mom, 70s, 80s, 90s, and now, Kenny Loggins.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, I saw a billboard for Kenny Loggins.
Let me tell you right now.
Right now? No, dude.
Trish could wash it off.
He did it. I'm telling you, he went.
Cat face?
His cat face.
Oh, that's sad.
Look at Kenny Loggins now.
Come on,
there's the picture, actually.
Oh,
it's weird.
Kenny.
Come on, Ken.
It's odd looking.
Why? He looks like a trans man.
You know what he would say if he heard us talking like this?
What?
I'm all right. Don't nobody worry about me.
Kenny, the surgery went through. We grafted you perfectly with a Siamese cat.
Dean from Maryland says, Usher. Dean, how old's your mom?
Oh, it's a young mom.
That's a young mom.
Garth
If Usher's going
Brooks.
to break her off.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
How did I forget about Garth Brooks?
Garth
Dude,
Brooks.
my mom would have tore those jeans off like tearaway
Really?
pants in the NBA.
Garth
Trisha
Brooks?
Yearwood's lucky. Dude,
Yeah.
my mom wanted to fuck Garth Brooks.
The
Something
guy,
awful.
My mom
the
would've
guy
thrown her.
wore his jeans weirdly on his belly.
She loved Garth Brooks.
You're talking about a Colorado
Dude,
mom, dude.
Garth Brooks would get hit in the face with a pair of yellow cotton panties.
Dude, I'll tell you this. Trish would have flung some fucking legs at
oh my God.
James Taylor.
Yeah. She absolutely. My mom would definitely get a pedicure for Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks would have he could have came in and ate all the cupboards bare and fucked my mom and left, and she wouldn't have cared.
She would have
Really?
Loved GB.
Garth Brooks. Huh?
Yeah, and James Taylor. My mom's a big James Taylor guy. Soulful lady.
Weird.
No, Garth Brooks is big.
Kenny Loggins. Who else did my mom wanted to? I remember her being like, "Oh yeah."
I thought it was hot.
Michael Bolton.
Jenny
Michael
in
Bolton
Atlanta
was
says.
big.
Jenny in Atlanta says Michael Keaton.
Okay.
All right.
But it's not for like anything with like the look. I don't
know.
Like that's timely. Jason Texas Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
Woody. I would love if my mom.
Ooh,
My mom would that
90s.
make me like my mom more if she wanted to fuck Woody.
90s Val Kilmer.
Oh.
Not before like Bloated in a River Val Kilmer.
Tombstone.
No, yeah. Tombstone Val
Yeah.
Kilmer.
Yeah.
Doors Val Kilmer.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mom was into Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not wears fucking t-shirt in a wading pool Val Kilmer.
No, not that.
He's been dead for a week, Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Eli in Dallas says, this is an interesting one to me. Mark McGwire, Eli, your mom particularly, Mark, that seems like a very specific
The
one.
baseball player?
Yeah.
That's a freckly
Dude,
back.
Yeah, but 98, he's a fucking big ginge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a big ginge.
Yeah,
Big
hot
ginge.
ginger.
So I mean,
my mom used
Eli's
to want
mom's into gingers. I can't answer the
baseball
phone
players.
'cause-
It may have been specific in the Yankees,
know,
but
with
my
this
mom
computer.
always would be open about wanting how hot and how long Paul O'Neill's legs were.
Oh,
She was
Paul
like, he's got
O'Neill.
such long legs, Paul O'Neill.
Paul
Your mom
O'Neill.
used to call guys up for having legs for days.
Yeah, she goes,
Look at the
"Ooh."
stems on that
She
picture.
goes, I'll tell you this, I bury my face in between those yams.
Yeah. Not like your dad's stubby fucking legs.
Yeah.
E-
Not like your
Eli.
father's lying legs. What?
What?
That's not even-
Eli, you there? He's not there.
Yeah, Mark McGuire's that's a fetish almost. The redheaded.
She's going to be
Ginger
tossed
thing.
around by a fucking Viking.
Yeah, by a Scottish Viking warrior.
It's
Yeah,
a timeless.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is a goodie. Matt in Missouri says her mother would drown him in a tub for a shot with the doctor himself, Don Johnson.
Don Johnson.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
That's a
great
good one.
Well, you forget, dude. Don Johnson was getting moms wet.
Wet.
Don Dick.
Dude.
Don Johnson's fucking hot.
It'd be
He's
funny if your
still
mom
handsome.
if your mom was more into, she's like, I'm a Tubbs lady.
Oh,
yeah,
if
look
your
at
mom
this.
like Philip Michael Thomas.
Yeah, you got.
You're like, Mom, you got to swing for the fucking fences.
That's a
here.
kid that's a kid that grew up sleeping on a couch in the living room.
Yeah.
If your mom like Tubbs, you're like,
I mean, if your
Well,
mom's
worse if she liked Edward James Olmos. That would have been the
that'd be
worst.
crazy.
Captain.
if she's a little bit older, I mean, if we're talking about if your mom had you late in life and she's in her 70s,
Yeah.
talking Burt Reynolds.
oh my God, my mom's 70, and I think Burt
You
is.
got to
in her
remember
style.
Burt Reynolds. You got to remember Deliverance Burt Reynolds when he was in shape. and
Oh
shit.
man, Gator.
Although a lot of
Yeah.
people like not so much in shape, but like casual freewheeling Smokey and the Bandit Burt Reynolds.
That's a fun Burt.
Burt, yeah.
But no one's mom is really fucking giving themselves a front wedge over like the captain,
Yeah.
or not the captain, but what was he, Jack in Boogie Nights?
I think
Tom Selleck is just, if you're a white woman,
here it's
if you're
over.
an older white
If
woman,
you're a
it's just-
baby boomer, if you're a baby
answer is
boomer
Tom
white
Selleck.
woman,
Yeah.
I would do, if this was Family Feud,
Yeah.
and the question was, baby boomer white women want to fuck Tom Selleck.
The answer is Tom Selleck.
It's like
been a long
95.
time.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time since, and we figured this out when we were talking about The Punisher, that all those characters, they shaved their chests for the show. Tom Selleck, one of his big things, that big furry chest.
Yeah.
I think Burt Reynolds also, that's not a thing looked upon. If that was, I mean, there'd be fucking staples in the middle of a bunch of Joe DeRosa pictures. He'd be centerfold all day. DeRosa's got a fucking Bon Jovi chest. Young Bon Jovi.
Look at that. Stephanie Falcone said, after bringing her to a few shows at her request and seeing her in that situation, I'm pretty sure my mom would be down for Big J. Oakerson.
Wow.
I'll give her the biz.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
I got her stoned.
Stephanie Falcone's a hot name.
Yeah.
Stephanie Falcone.
She's letting her mom bang Jay. Pretty
Like
sweet
a girl.
lady.
Yo, remember when you banged Stephanie Falcone?
Sean Connery. Good job, Ryan.
Jesus Christ,
Ginger
yeah.
Ninja.
That's like
Dude,
the one.
Sean Connery, I could hear my mom getting wet watching Last Crusade.
But as he got older.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Trish, what is Don doing? Don't you let Don go down to the basement and play with his guys. I'll finger you in the kitchen.
I can be only one.
Yeah.
He may top Tom Selleck.
Yeah, dude.
He's close. It's like 1A, 1B.
It's Highlander situation between Connery and Selleck.
Yeah, I can't believe we forgot about Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery. Coming in and having sex with your mom.
I would love that.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to my cock. Oh, dude, dude, look at him. He's still getting it. I mean, Stone Cold Fox.
He's still alive, too, right, Sean Connery?
He's like retired from acting.
Yeah.
Took a break.
Absolutely.
How about Brian Dennehy?
He's like, you're my stepson now, dog.
We haven't.
Oh yeah, Nicole G. Good call. Springsteen.
Yeah, and that's a there's a musician.
Oh, that's back to a musician. Yeah, and I'll tell you another musician.
Do you mind if I ate all your Cocoa Crisps?
Another musician.
I was up last night, fucking Trish. Yes, you guys are running low on milk. Hey, I just thought of a song. And Dan's still asleep and they're out of milk. Should I wake him up? Or just eat the rest of his cereal. Bruce Springsteen's stepson. He goes, he throws like a fag, runs like a queer.
His head's so big. You need to insulate these walls when I come and break you off.
He cries at scary movies. I don't want to call him my son. But he insists on it.
I'm not saying he's gay, but I've never seen a boy cry so much.
He hates the sight of blood. He sucks on a bike. I'd give him back if I could.
He names his stuffed animals. And he gives them people names. That's really weird.
Gets scared at lightning. Believes in Santa and he's 11 years old. Mom's banging in no particular order. Neil Diamond, check. Lee Majors.
Not my mom.
Pass on Lee.
Lee Majors. My mom might have given the $6 Million Man for sure.
I don't know about Trish. I can't answer for it. Ted Danson? Yes. And let me answer something that I'm insulted that I didn't know from my mom, Mr. Pierce Brosnan.
Yes.
Pierce Brosnan.
I think Chris said Pierce Brosnan.
I said Pierce Brosnan.
I overlapped that. That's a big one for the T to D. Paul Newman, of course. Robert Redford goes without saying.
These are
Paul
legends.
Paul Newman and Robert Redford.
Those are the stand. And Kevin Costner.
Yeah, Warren Beatty. Those ones are too. That's what I was saying. More like the singers of the time, because Robert Redford and Paul Newman, both of them. By the time I would look at them to be like, oh, this is what the girls are all excited about. It was like, they were kind of grizzled. You know what I mean? Robert Redford aged like bizarre when he started to age. When it went. So he went like he wilted like a ginger. And Paul Newman, he's just like a fucking drawing on salad dressing at this point to me. I forget everything that he did.
Did your mom ever get remarried?
No, but she had like 2 long-term boyfriends.
Did you like them?
I liked the one I didn't like. The one my friend's dad.
He was long-term.
They dated for like 5 years, and then he started dating a woman who lived directly across the street. So he dumped my mom. I was like 17 when they got dumped.
And this is in Brooklyn.
This is in Brooklyn, literally directly across the street. Like I'm talking about like the house across the street. He started dating that woman in there, and it like broke my mother's heart.
Yeah.
And yeah, my mom.
Did you talk to your friend about it? Were you like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
dude?
I mean, it was like everybody. He was just a dick anyway. Like nobody's really friends with him anymore. He was always a dick. So was his dad. So my dad one time came to pick me up, take me to a basketball tournament, and my mom was sitting in a chair looking out the window, like weeping. You know, like, and he was like, "What's wrong with your mother?" And I was like, you know, Jim broke up with her, and he was like, "Well, what did you do anything about it?" And I was like, "What?" Like, I'm a kid. and he was like, I was playing video games, and he was like, "I'm gonna go get bagels," and then he rang the bell. And then all of a sudden I hear my mother yelling, "Chris, stop! Tony, what are you doing?" And my dad had him like up against like the steps and was like shaking him because my dad. And then my dad came back and it was like a whole thing. The police were called, but like nothing happened. And my dad came back and he was like, "You can't have your mother crying like that. You should have taken care of that yourself."
Wow.
Yeah. And I was
That's like having a dad?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. And I was just like, I get it. And then we went to Staten Island, and he was like, "Look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that." And he's like, you know, there's always that same story with my dad. He would do something he wasn't supposed to do, but it's really just because he loved me. And then he would explain to me on the ride how I should not do like what he just did.
Fucking shook
him. He pushed him around a little bit. He like scared him, and he was like, "Look, you know, you can't date this lady anymore." And then I never saw the guy again. None of us ever saw him again. I mean, he's okay, but I think he stopped dating that woman.
That's crazy.
And my mom
What a weird way to break up with a woman. You go, "A man threatened me."
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
I got threatened by a
My
man.
ex's ex.
Yeah, my ex's ex told me that if I keep dating you, he's going to cut my cock off.
I'm afraid.
So I like my dick.
Yeah. So that's
crazy.
That's what happened.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then I was telling you, my dad, apparently, this was before I was born, or maybe my mom was pregnant with me. Dan Aykroyd was in Central. They were laying in the park and laying on the grass in Central Park. My mom and my dad. And Dan Aykroyd apparently allegedly came by in rollerblades or a skateboard, and like my dad was like went to go take a piss behind a tree or something like that, and he had stopped and was like hitting on my mom.
What?
Yeah, my dad
on roller skates.
Yeah,
and he had the rubber stopper down.
Yeah, my mom said like my dad was like close to getting in Aykroyd's face. How fucking awesome would that be if I was like, yeah, my dad punched Dan Aykroyd, or,
if your dad
Dan Aykroyd beat the shit out of my dad
on roller skates.
That is the funny
on roller
thing,
skates.
I mean, if a Ghostbuster takes out your dad while wearing roller skates, is your
Yeah.
father a ghost?
Dr.
Yeah.
Detroit?